All right, hello everybody. Hey, a quick idea. It just occurred to me that this is creating a lot of value for me, and I think if it's creating value for me, I certainly want to share it and let other people see the idea behind it. And again, just before I get into it, the reminder of the product of Trade Ideas is we are a scanner, not a screener. We're going to bring ideas and symbols to you in real time based only on the ideas that you want to see at that moment. In other words, where is the price in relation to the indicator or other type of filters on the chart? You don't have to keep hitting refresh. It's going to dynamically update for you. And this is our old vision right here of a T window, a top list window. It's a lot of numbers, few colors. What does that all mean? Well, I'll get to that in a second. What I want to talk about is my favorite setup. Those of you that maybe know me is the 10 SMA. Stocks that are riding the 10 SMA tend to be in motion. And I'll bring up the GDX chart here for a moment. Whether it's the 15-minute time frame over here showing momentum is being held down to the downside, or if we switch to the daily, we can see that the 10 SMA has kind of been holding the price up. Well, what I want to do is use Trade Ideas to show me in real time throughout the day where I can cycle through ideas and find things that are pulling back. Up on the day, I'm sorry, up over the last few weeks, in other words, in a trend, but pulling back. You have to remember stocks need to breathe. It's like a jump rope. And one of the worst things a new trader can do is sell a stock that they were up in on a day like this, right down here at the 10 SMA support level. And I did that enough times in my career to start to learn that, hey, maybe I should be looking to nibble and maybe buy a third or a quarter or even a half, a starter position when these stocks that are strong are pulling back midday, mind you, into the 10 SMA. And that's why you buy just a little bit to see if you can get by the end of the day a nice reversal or a wick or a close with a bounce right back above at or the 10 SMA. Those are going to be the best types of entries for you as a swing trader because the better the entry, the better the staying power, the more chance you have of being in the trade and getting as much out of it as possible. Again, trades, they have to breathe. They're going to take certain days to give back some and then settle in and build a higher base camp. So let's switch over to, real quickly, this is my scan called Pullback to the 10 SMA. Just like it sounds, it's giving us real-time ideas that are pulling back to the 10 SMA. And this is the old school behind-the-scenes sausage, if you will, of what's happening. We're down 1% minimum on the day. We're up over the last 10 days. We're up at least 4%. But here is the real secret sauce. It's a 0.5% envelope right around the 10 SMA. So it gives me a little give, a little bit above, a little bit below, but it's showing me stocks that are having a good trend, but have pulled back and they're now hitting their 10 SMA to the tune of negative 0.25% below and no more than 0.25% above. Everything else gets filtered out. I can't see that. And so with that said, we get this list, and it's kind of hard to determine what's happening in this list and who's moving. So here's where it gets really good. And if we right click and click show tree map, we have a list of ideas, and a lot of them are going to be red. And I noticed GDXU was on there. We were looking at GDX there a second ago. Let's click that. Just below the 10 SMA, BABA, I think, is an interesting chart. In real time, I'm noticing that it's giving me a name. And now it's up to me to determine, do I want to maybe jump in with a quarter, just enough to get my toes and feet wet and see what happens with this trade? You might want to consider that. And again, it seems counterintuitive because this stock is crashing down over the last couple of days, but it's coming to a level that I trust and we have to trust as traders. And so that's what I want to share with you guys is how to use this real-time tree map to find ideas that are pulling back to their 10 SMA and give us the best possible chance at an entry. This DHT, what a wonderful, look at this trend, you guys. Every time it pulls back, you have to just trust that maybe that personality is going to continue. So I find a lot of value in this. I'm constantly scanning this throughout the day, and I do take swing trades off of this. Again, it seems counterintuitive because everything on here is red, but you should be watching these names, and maybe by the end of the day, if you see them reverse, give yourself the last 15 minutes of the day and write down some of these names that you like. Like I'd write down BABA right now, or maybe even put a price alert on it. But the point is, don't lose track of these names. These can be wonderful times to enter as a swing trader, even though it seems counterintuitive. All right, if you made it this far, ask for this and you shall receive. I'm happy to give this to any Trade Ideas user. All I have to do is click and copy and give you this cloud code right there. And you're on your way to having this throughout the day where you can constantly monitor and see things that might be looking good. This DHT, don't lose track of that. Have a good day.